If you have places that it touched you, and when it touched you in that place, all your body was doing you, you say, honey, please, you see this place, Wow, touch it again, touch it again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ovo Blossom TV. If you are seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, my name is Ovo Patrick, and this channel I talk about love, I share my story, and I talk about doing relationship the kingdom way. So today we'll be continuing our wedding night series, and today's topic is myths about sex in marriage. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this topic is because personally, my own experience doing the dough was stressful, one, and I don't want it to be stressful for other brides. Secondly, I have gone to discover that there are a lot of issues, unspoken issues in Christian homes because of the issue of doing the do. But when they don't really say it in the church or in the pulpit, which to some extent I understand. So this is your online class, and I'm here to do the Lord's work. So when we're talking about myths about sex in marriage, we're talking about belief systems that has been passed about sex in marriage. I'll be using the word doing the do, please, because of YouTube guidelines. Now, the first myth is missionary style is God's ordained style, while every other is demonic. I really do not know who came up with this myth that missionary style is God's way for Christian couples, why other styles are from the pit of hell. To start with, I'm conversant with my Bible, and there is no way, there is nowhere in scripture where it is written that missionary is God's recommended style for his children. Please, I believe this is someone's belief that has been passed down. In fact, to my Christian sisters, I beg you in the name of God, don't get married and stay there like a log of wood. Allow sisterhood to be proud of you, please. Now, the honest truth is, okay, I'm assuming everybody knows what missionary style is for our intending brides to be. No, this video is for those intending to get married, planning for their marriage, preparing for their marriage, and married couples only. Please. Now, uh, missionary style is a style where the woman is under and the husband is on top. Now, please, please, and please, as far as doing the do is concerned, any style is allowed, provided you and your husband or you and your wife are okay with it. As a Christian couple, do not restrict your. If I catch you, if I find out that you, my Christian sister, you just stay there like a log of wood, stressing your husband, I will flog you. Please, please, please. It's a wrong myth. It's a wrong myth. Serve it to your husband with different plates, please, please, and please. Now, the second myth is only the husband should approach. I wrote these things down. Now, it is believed that if you're a Christian sister and you get married and you approach your husband or you make attempts to your husband, there's this subtle belief that it means you are wild, you are not a good girl. Firstly, you should not be a good girl after getting married. You are permitted to be a good girl before. After getting married, please be a bad girl. I recommend that you should be a bad girl to your husband, be a bad boy to your wife. Please and please. For the ladies, do not that belief that the husband should approach first. It is a wrong myth. In fact, let me tell you a secret. Sisters in the house. Husbands actually are happy and excited when their wives take the initiative to initiate doing the do. Now, there are two ways to initiate doing the do. We have the direct initiation and the indirect initiation. This is how it is. The indirect initiation is the initiating of doing the do is when you go through the process of wearing some sexy underwears for your husband. Things that you just be busy. You know how to you just be busy walking up and down looking for what is not missing. And believe me, we help you find it. That's me just I'm just trying to joke, but I'm serious. So forget about the fact that I'm laughing. Just looking for what is not missing, all glammed up, and the right parts of the body are popping out, if you know what I mean. So that is the indirect way of initiating it. The direct way is, for example, a subtle way in the direct way is that, let's say your husband is coming back from work by 8. By 7:30, you are sending him some nasty, subtle text message. Is a way to initiate it as a lady. For example, an example could be, baby, da 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 da. Da. I'm not going to. You just think. Use your God-given brain to come up with something that will want him to come home fast. So you, as a woman, you are allowed to. If men enjoy it, they are happy. They are genuinely happy when their wives initiate it. So it is not, it's a wrong myth that only the husband should initiate it. No, 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 no. Please don't be caught in that category. If you have that mindset, I set you loose for me today in the name of Jesus. Say amen. Now, the next myth is that you automatically know what to do when it is time. Please, especially for two inexperienced people, you don't automatically know what to do. It's a wrong myth. Do you learn? Do you discover? Yes, but you do not automatically know what to do. If you are like me, because in my own case, both I and my husband, none of us had experience. We thank the Lord we are experienced together now. But as at when we got married, we were both inexperienced. And you don't want to know the drama. I actually have a video on my channel about my wedding night experience. You can go and check it out. But there was something I really did not mention in that video. Let me say it here. After trying for like 1 week and there was still no show, I explained why in that video. There was still no show. The next day, when we were trying again, and I was tired, I told my husband, I said, there's no road there. He teases me with that sometimes, even in recent times. But joke apart, you do not automatically know what to do. So it is okay to ask questions. Ask persons that are also Christian couples that are experienced questions when you are preparing for your marriage and you have no experience. Please ask questions. I know in, let me say, in my own country, Nigeria, and our culture, when you ask some certain questions, you are frowned at. But I think we are evolving gradually, and we understand better now that there are sometimes persons need this information, and if you don't give it to them, they'll go and get it from the wrong source. That is where cases of adult movie come into play, and you start saying things that are not really real. They are just scripted and acted. So please ask questions. You can ask questions. You do not really automatically know what to do, especially in the case of two inexperienced people. In the case of one inexperienced and one experienced, the one that is experienced can show the other one the rope. But if both of you are both not experienced, you can ask questions when you are about to get married. Please do that. Now, the next myth is that the wife must help husband standing joystick. I'm using the word joystick because of YouTube guideline. Now, joystick is the man's stuff. So if there's a myth that whenever a man's joystick stands up in the morning, as a wife, she must quench it down. Means is a sexual desire. That's not really true. There are different reasons why a man's joystick can stand up in the morning that are physiological. There's something they call nocturnal penile tenocillin (NPT). That's the abbreviation. It's a total normal body condition whereby it shows that a man is healthy. And also, there's also another cause for it is that it could be when the bladder is full and the man wants to ease himself, it could bring about it. So a man's joystick standing up automatically, especially in the morning, does not necessarily mean that it is because he wants to do the do. No, there are normal, what's the word I'll use? Reasons why it could happen that are due to his body, not necessarily because of the desire for doing the do. So it's a wrong myth. Another myth is the myth that no discussion after doing the do. This one is one I'm very, very interested in. Let me explain something. As a Christian sister, as a Christian brother, you just got married. You just do it. After doing it, you get up, no conversation. It's like it's a secret. It's a secret. Nobody should hear it at all. It's not to be talked about. I don't know where these people come up with this thing. Please, it is wrong. Open your mouth, my brother. Open your mouth, my sister, and have discussions. If you are not okay with something, say, it's just that the difference is this. Issues like this are sensitive. So when you are bringing it up, in order not to kill the other person when it comes to the issue of doing the do, to kill the person's desire, to kill the person's self-confidence, because this topic is a bit dicey. Don't just open your mouth and say, "What? I don't understand what you just did." Though. Don't do that. Baby, this thing, I was almost getting there. Oh. You just ended it. Just when I was so close. You can say that. Communication is important, but however, make sure that the vehicle through which you communicate is a peaceful one. Try to pass across your message in a less aggressive manner. I have my reasons for emphasizing on this because I've seen cases. So try and talk about it. If it took you to heaven and back, say, baby, oh my God, baby, this thing you just finished doing, please do it again. In fact, praise him, say my odogu for the women. This thing, I didn't know you are such a bad boy. I didn't know you were this point though. Just praise. Men love to be praised. If he did, if after doing he did a wonderful job, please by all means let him know that this thing he just did. If you feel it, you feel let me use our local word. It means you enjoyed it. But if you did not enjoy it, tell him that I didn't enjoy this, so I didn't enjoy this, I don't understand this, I don't understand this. So say it. If you have places that it touched you, and when it touched you in that place, all your body was doing you, say, honey, please, you see this place, touch it again, touch it again. Because we are all learning. When it comes to this issue, you learn, unlearn, and relearn, because at the end of the day, what sticks for you today may not stick for you tomorrow. That is just the honest truth. So be outspoken, speak about it, because the fact that a lot of persons do not speak about it has ended marriages, has crippled marriages. When it comes to this thing, there are three major things that could damage a marriage, and doing the do is one of them. We'll talk about the other two subsequently in other episodes, but doing the do is one of the things that can cripple. And do you know the funny part of the whole thing? Especially for we Christian couples, do you know I discovered that when doing the do is an issue, if you are not careful, for those that are shy, if you are trying to ask questions, they will be dodging it, and meanwhile it is that thing that is causing problem. So please, and please communicate. Tell your partner how you feel about a particular time you both did it and all that. The next myth is The longer the duration of doing it, the better. Please and please. It is not always true that the longer you are doing the do, the more enjoyable it is. It is not true. Sometimes it can be a case of short and sweet. I'm not saying it should be 1 second, no. That's not what I'm saying. But you see those, I don't know, fantasy of 2 hours, 3 hours. Wait first. Come to think of it. What are you doing there 3 hours? I think, what are you doing there? 3 hours? Are you building a house? The truth is that when it comes to it, if it is even too long, especially longer than usual, one person out of both parties will be tired. You just be there. So please, it's a wrong myth that the longer, stay longer. It's not always true. Sometimes it can be short and sweet and just moderation because that's, I don't know, I think addressing some teenagers with addiction, I got to discover that it's as if some of the problem comes from adult movies. I believe you all know what adult movie is. Some of the problem comes from adult movies. Well, some of these things you see are not real. Please, they are not real. They are acting. So the next myth is women do not release oil. Please, it is, I don't know. It is not only men that get to orgasm, the peak of it. It is not only men. Women also get there, also get to the point where they are where they release oil. Let me use that word. If you are not getting to that point, firstly, you need to go back to my previous point. Communicate with your partner about it, and notice the spot that you, when you are touched, you feel good, you feel better. Please, and work on it, because when you are really touched in the right places properly, you will get there. So it is that myth is wrong that women do not get there, that women just stay there. It is wrong. Both men and women get there. That is how God designed the body. He designed the woman's body to still get there, just as the man on his. So that myth is wrong. The next myth is stolen waters is sweeter. This myth about sex in marriage, that stolen water is better. That how do I explain it? That sex is better before marriage than during marriage. It's wrong. It is absolutely wrong. The truth of the matter is, I think is a concocted lie from the pit of hell. Because in most cases, if you're a child of God and you engage on sex before marriage, you feel guilty after the act. So how can that be sweeter? When after doing it, you're suddenly feeling But when it is sweeter when it's on legal ground, you know that you can just finish it and you are kabashing. You can just finish it and you are you are okay, you are good. You can be doing it and even be praying for your partner. That's how sweet it is. So let's not even go there. So it's a wrong myth. Another myth is that this particular myth is for those that are about to get married and have no experience. That is, you have not done it before, like me. You have not done it before. So the myth that every bride or every virgin, let me put it like this, must bleed is not correct. I'm not going to go into deep explanation about this because I've explained it in one of my previous video. I explained I explained it in details, but what I'll say here is that the reason is because we have different hymen, and we have thin, we have thick membranous tissues, and so on and so forth, and even the issue of spotting for women. So there are so many reasons why a virgin may not bleed, and she is actually a virgin. Just as I experienced a case called vaginismus. I like saying it because I want to educate people about it. And that's the case whereby the fear of penetration makes your hymen to tighten the more. It's like it increases the firewall of your hymen and all that. So it is not always true that all virgins must bleed. It is a wrong myth. No, so these are the myths I'm here to let you know that I'm not actually correct in marriage. And I have other videos about this. I have how to enjoy your wedding night, my wedding night experience. Till we meet again and continue our series on wedding night. For now, please like, share, and subscribe because more interesting episodes are loading. Bye for now.